Welcome to my YouTube channel, General Mind. Today our topic is about the Metaverse, redefining reality or digital prison. If you find this video interesting, please subscribe and like it. And don't forget to share your ideas in the comments section below. You can also show your support by becoming a member of our channel. Let's get started. The year is 2045. It's a typical day in Neo City, a sprawling metropolis of glass and steel that never sleeps. Millions of people go about their daily business, working, shopping, socializing, all in the comforting glow of their neural interfaces. No physical movement required. After all, who needs fresh air when you have instant access to virtual reality? But something's not right. The streets are eerily empty. The shops are devoid of customers. And the cafes, once bustling hubs of social activity, now stand abandoned. Where are the people? Have they been assimilated into the very fabric of the metaverse? Welcome to Digital Prison. It's an apt title for a world where we all locked up in our own little digital boxes, cut off from the real world. But what if this isn't science fiction? What if it's happening right now? As we sit here typing away at our keyboards and swiping our way through virtual realities, we might be closer to becoming digital prisoners than we think. The metaverse, they say, is the next big thing, a virtual reality space where we can socialize, shop, and even work. But what if it's more than that? What if it's a prison? A prison without walls, without bars, without a single guard in sight. We're all just locked up in our own little digital cells, staring at our screens all day long. In this new world order, we're no longer free to roam the open spaces of our cities or feel the sun on our skin. Instead, we're confined to our homes or offices, tethered to our devices with nothing but our thoughts to keep us company. The metaverse is supposed to be a new frontier, a chance to escape the confines of our physical world. But what if it's just another gilded cage? What if it's a prison that we willingly walk into every time we slip on that VR headset or log into our favorite metaverse platform? But before we dive into the murky depths of this digital lockup, let's take a step back and look at how we got here. The road to digital prison wasn't paved with bad intentions. In fact, it was built with the best of intentions. The metaverse was supposed to be a panacea for all of humanity's ills. It's a place where we could come together and share experiences regardless of our physical location. It's a virtual utopia, if you will. But somewhere along the line, things went terribly wrong. The first sign of trouble was the rise of cyberspace junkies. Those who spent so much time in the metaverse that they forgot about the real world. At first, these cases were rare. Just a handful of people here and there who couldn't pull themselves away from the digital world. But as the metaverse grew, so did the number of its devotees. Soon, entire communities had sprung up, made up of people who lived and breathed the virtual world. They formed their own societies, complete with their own rules and customs. And the rest of us, the real-worlders, looked on in amusement, perhaps a little bit of envy. Who wouldn't want to live in a world where you can be anything you want to be and do anything you want to do? But the cracks were beginning to show. As more and more people retreated into the metaverse, the real world started to suffer. Cities became ghost towns. Shops and businesses shut down and farms were abandoned. The economy ground to a halt and society as we knew it began to crumble. It was as if the real world was being drained of its vitality, leaving behind a husk that was quickly being forgotten. The second sign of trouble was the blurring of the lines between the real and the virtual. As we spent more and more time in the metaverse, we started to lose touch with reality. We became desensitized to the sights, sounds, and smells of the real world. The feel of grass under our feet, the sound of birds in the trees, the taste of fresh fruit. All of these things became distant memories as we retreated further into our digital cocoons. We started to measure time in metaverse minutes instead of real-world hours. We measured distance in terms of load times instead of miles. Soon, the only way we could tell where we were was by checking our device readouts. The real world was slipping away from us. The third sign of trouble was the growing divide between the haves and the have-nots. As the metaverse grew, so did the gap between the rich and the poor. Those who had the means to afford the latest VR headsets and immersive suits were able to experience the metaverse in all its glory. But those who couldn't afford it were left behind. This created a two-tier society, the plugged in and the plugged out. The plugged in were able to experience the wonders of the metaverse, while the plugged out were stuck in the real world, watching them have all the fun. And then came the coup de grace, the final nail in the coffin of our digital dreams. The metaverse turned out to be a goldmine for data collectors. Every move we made, every click we made, every interaction we had was logged and stored. Our data was the new currency, and the corporations that owned the metaverse were the ones profiting from it. They sold our data to the highest bidder, allowing advertisers to target us with laser precision. We were no longer free to explore the metaverse with a clear mind. We were constantly bombarded with messages, images, and sounds designed to manipulate our behavior. The metaverse, once a place of freedom and exploration, had become a digital sweatshop, and that's when we knew we'd crossed the line. We'd gone too far. We'd become digital prisoners. Trapped in our own little cubicles, staring at our screens all day long, we've lost touch with reality. We've become desensitized to the sights, sounds, and smells of the real world. We've become easy prey for those who would exploit us for our data. So what can we do? How can we break free of this digital prison? The answer, I believe, lies in balance. We need to find a way to harness the power of the metaverse while avoiding its pitfalls. We need to use it as a tool to enhance our lives without letting it consume us. It won't be easy. The lure of the metaverse is strong, and the corporations that control it are powerful. But if we don't try, we'll be doomed to a future of digital servitude. We're already seeing signs of this in the real world. People are becoming more and more reliant on their devices. We're spending more time in front of screens than ever before, and we're losing touch with the people around us. The metaverse is just making this trend worse. It's creating a generation of digital natives who know how to navigate the virtual world with ease, but who are ill-equipped to deal with the complexities of the real world. If we don't do something now, we're heading for a disaster. The good news is that we don't have to be passive victims in this process. We can fight back. We can push for legislation that protects our data and prevents the worst excesses of the metaverse from intruding into our lives. We can support businesses that prioritize real-world experiences over virtual ones. And we can educate our children about the dangers of digital overstimulation. The metaverse isn't all bad. There are many positive aspects to it that we shouldn't ignore. It's a place where people from all over the world can come together and experience new things. It's a place where people can learn new skills and knowledge. It's a place where people can be whoever they want to be and explore new possibilities. But it's up to us to make sure that the benefits of the metaverse don't come at too high a cost. If we can strike the right balance, if we can use the metaverse responsibly, then we can harness its power to make our lives better. We can use it to connect with people in new and exciting ways, to learn new things, and to explore new possibilities. But if we fail to strike this balance, if we let the metaverse consume us, then we'll be doomed to a future of digital servitude. We'll become prisoners in our own little digital cells, staring at our screens all day long, disconnected from the real world and from each other. What do you think? Is the metaverse a prison of our own making, or is it a gateway to a better world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching.